field and deep. Royce Lewis with a grand slam.
Cannot think of a better way to hit your first major league homer than with the bases loaded at home on a Friday night in front of a big crowd.
All right, Royce, your first big league home run, and it's a grand slam. What was that moment like?
The whole inning was special, so it was a good moment, and it felt good off the bat, and I just wanted to embrace that with my teammates.
FuzzJockRadio.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Check. 1, 2. Oh, yeah. Mics. Fans. Actions.
Why do these people
Hello.
clap so much?
Oh, because they love us.
Why do they clap
They
so much?
They love us. It's our fans,
Okay,
man.
thanks.
The fans in the stands, man.
Well,
Not the stand fans, but the fans in the stands, man.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Hello.
You know? You know what I'm talking about?
We are
you
live.
know what I'm talking about, J-Mez? You gonna talk to me?
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude.
You know what I'm talking about? J-Mez.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Fans. Ooh, that's a new voice. Who's that?
Or is it?
Oh,
I
it
know
is
that
not.
voice.
Okay, so we're gonna start this episode off in a way
time.
that we've never started off before, in a good normal way.
Okay.
This time I'm not going to be interrupted by J-Maz telling me things that I don't want to hear, or well, that never happens. You always say things I want to hear. But we're going to start this episode off by introducing ourselves as FuzzJockRadio. I am one of your hosts, Fuzzy, all the way in
I'm
Minnesota.
J-Maz.
We have J-Maz
I am.
here in Minnesota as well.
Yep, right here.
And then all the way out in Seattle, we have regular. No, I already fucked that up, didn't I?
Love it. Eric is back again the first time.
Beloved.
Say that again because I was interrupting you.
Yeah.
Beloved regular Eric Blake.
Beloved
Back again
regular
for the first time.
Eric Blake. Back for the first time. Back again for the first time.
For the first time.
It's
ever.
great. Welcome.
About time.
Welcome,
It's about
beloved regular Eric Blake.
Welcome back.
B.
Again.
Where's that pen?
For the first time.
Beloved.
Yeah, we're
Beloved. That would be that B and an L or just a B? Beloved regular
me.
Eric Blake.
BREB.
BREB. So welcome back,
Sure.
BREB. We are here to talk about sports. We're here to talk about family.
And
We're
life.
also here to talk about life and friends.
And the issues.
And the issues might come up.
Yeah.
They might come up.
Some of the issues.
We do like to start this episodes off with talking about how we've been since last time we've seen each other. How's it going? J-Maz, you want to start this off? You want to start this segment off here?
Well, yeah, I'm a little tired. I don't know. Hung out with my kid. He
Tired of?
He ran me wild.
Oh, so like
yeah,
physically
I mean,
tired.
yeah. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff. We went to the park a bunch. Ran around.
Your kitty?
Me and my son.
Oh, your son.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about Ninja.
Son.
My
cat.
son, my kiddo.
So he went to parks. He played the video games. How old is he now?
7.
7.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's a lot of energy.
We went to one of the big parks and happened upon his BFF from school, classmate. So
really?
He was so excited.
I bet he was stoked.
Yeah, dude.
Were you stoked for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Eric.
Do you and his parents get along? I just have to ask.
Me?
You and his bestie's parents. Are they cool?
I've not met them yet. I don't know. I'm like an awkward parent that's gonna just, I don't know, wait and then maybe someday approach that subject at some point.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
It is.
Mr. Eric BREB, how's it going since the last time we've seen you and talked to you?
It's been going well, Fuzzy. I've been busy with various side projects here and there. One of which was getting some recording gear set up, and I joined an elite musical group known as the Blind Refs, which did some music for and FuzzJockRadio, respectively.
Yeah.
I am a blind rep. I believe there's 8 of us and growing. It's sort of a conglomeration, if you will. It's a
It's pretty.
consortium.
It's pretty wild. I was kind of throwing it out there, through episodes that we needed somebody to kind of help with sound effects, and BREB and our other Hest, Alex mentioned that they like to help, and then all of a sudden it starts to grow and multiply, and there's multiple, like you said, about 20, 25 of blind
At
refs
the
right
rate
now?
we're growing, it'll be 20 within weeks, and we
Yeah.
really will have to start culling musicians. We might even cut it down just to 2, but for right now, the momentum is such that we lost complete control, Fuzzy.
Pretty wild. I
We're
was
hurting out
not
here.
I was not expecting that to happen, Breb.
I suppose it's kind of difficult if some of them are kind of quiet and they don't know if they've left or not.
And we have all these jazz guys leaving empty space, so you do not know when they're in the house. They're playing the greatest note of all, silence.
I know, it's wild, man, wild stuff. It reminds me of like
So this is when you guys ask me, like, Fuzzy.
Oh yeah, C-Dubs told me that where is
What?
he?
Oh yes, that's right.
What happened to that guy?
C-Dubs
Yeah,
is
he
in
was
here.
supposed to send me some notes. I guess I'll just
That's-
I'll go. No, Fuzzy. How have you been since the last episode?
I've been pretty well. I guess I just realized that the reason why nobody was asking me is because
Where did you go?
C-Dubs would ask, "Oh, Fuzzy, how are you doing?" C-Dubs, he currently is on load management.
Oh.
They decided to.
I was going to talk about that.
They needed to go on some load management because they saw how well it does for LeBron. And
I heard about him too.
no, LeBron doesn't do load management.
He's the guy that doesn't do it.
Yeah.
But then maybe he kind of did it a little bit, but it wasn't like it counted.
We're going to talk about that at some point tonight, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
We
so we'll
talk
talk
about the
that.
issues.
So yeah, that's what's happening with C-Dubs.
He's dodging all the questions.
Making sure that they are ready for the rest of the season when they come back. And for me,
What are you doing, dog?
what did I do this last week?
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Dude, you're fucking farming it up.
Yeah, I was farming. I was getting my garden going. Didn't have to go to work because I was in quarantine. Don't worry, I did not catch the COVID. I was exposed, and then I went into quarantine after being exposed. I didn't test positive with the home test, but I wanted to make sure that the PCR test that takes 3 business days to come back said that I was in the clear to go back out in the public. I am vaccinated, and I do have masks, but I just felt that there's always still a chance that I might spread it if I had it. And I didn't know if I had it until the PCR test came back saying that I didn't. So instead I just hung out in the backyard and worked on my garden and set that all up, and
It's been beautiful out too.
it has been.
You were naturing.
Yeah, I was in the sun, and then the test came back saying that I was a negative. So it was perfect. It was an awesome week. It was great.
Nice,
I had a good time.
Baseball is fun again in Minnesota.
And the Twins are having a great time as well. The baseball is fun again in Minnesota. And one of the people that is part of that fun is Royce Lewis.
Yeah.
Royce Lewis.
Roy Smalley Lewis.
No, is it
He
Smalley?
reminds me of Roy because they're both shortstops,
Royce Lewis. He's a shortstop, like James just said. He's from, I believe, the Saints come up. Is he from
Yes.
the Saints?
Yes.
So Cabrera, our big time shortstop.
Correa is still on the injured list.
He's still on the injured list.
So Royce Lewis
Royce
has
Lewis
been-
from the Saints. BREB. Do you know what the Saints are?
You ever heard of him?
That's the farm league, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dog, he
Yep.
knows. He knows.
He knows.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that he was paying attention
Oh,
too.
yeah.
So they've been really using the Saints as their farm league a lot this year. They're like, players have been getting sick, players have been getting injured, and they're like, "Yo, come on up, let's play some ball."
Let's select some options from our players that are just across the river.
One point there was like 17 players on the Twins team that was all
Almost.
Saints. There was like 11
It was
or
basically. It was almost.
There's some great talent in the AAA. I mean, here in Washington, we're having a similar situation where the Mariners just pulled someone up from the Tacoma Rainiers at the start of the season, and then on their way to Canada, they have two of their main pitchers sitting out. So they get picked up a guy who's doing well in the Mariners as well, and they'll play him against the Blue Jays. Gosh, when does that series start? Tonight?
Oh, nice. So this Royce Lewis, his first time up at bat, grand slam home run.
Almost. It was his first. It was his first career home run.
I'm sorry.
His first MLB home run.
His first MLB home run was a grand slam.
Isn't that cool?
Isn't that neat?
That's
Isn't that
incredible.
cool?
That's
Don't
something
you
neat.
don't you love him?
You don't see grand slams a whole lot.
Dude,
so
they're the best thing you can do.
You gotta love the guy.
It's
You gotta
almost
love him,
the best thing.
right? You gotta love him now.
Yeah.
He's like the best player, other than Buxton.
Yeah.
And
They're all
Cabrera,
awesome.
And the Rise is really good.
Yep. Dude, Arise is. We've had a bunch of players get back off the injured list. We've had Arise activated. He's back and playing, stealing bases, hitting balls. He's awesome. Also, I saw Bailey Ober. This is a good thing for our pitching. Our pitching has, we have 3 pitchers in our starting rotation. We had to keep calling them up from AAA. But Bailey Ober's just started a rehab assignment with the St. Paul Saints, so he'll be back in the game soon. Kyle Garlick, he's back playing tonight.
Yep. How about Ursula Duran and Cannon? Who's this? What is it? Cannon?
Kano. Yenyer Kano. This is one of our call-ups dealing with our injuries. What was interesting about him is that he did his debut on that night we got rained out.
Okay.
And
he a pitcher?
he actually didn't throw a pitch, but he will go down with the stats as his debut being that day that he didn't throw a pitch on his debut.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a stat.
Yeah, a weird stat.
The Twins are good at getting those weird stats, right?
And I think there's only only one other pitcher in Major League history to appear in the official record books without having faced a batter.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Yount.
Okay.
He took the mound back in 1971 for the Houston Astros. And this is who we were
who
playing
just
too.
played.
Yeah. But injured himself during warm-up pitches and never played a big league game.
Well, at least he didn't injure himself.
Luckily, Cano did not have that happen.
How did we do against the Astros when they were in town?
It was rough, man. The first game we had played against Verlander, who is elite pitching.
Oh yes,
Elite pitching.
So good. He almost had a hit.
Almost had a no-hitter. Thanks to Gio Urshela. Urshela, man, he's kind of heating up. And actually, he had a quote. Urshela, he's like, actually, that's my first hit against Verlander. I think it was a good one, especially the way he was throwing today. He's really good. I mean, he's been doing that for a long time.
So, how do you feel about that?
Urshela?
Urshela not allowing Verlander to have a no hitter.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's tight.
So as a fan, that's great, right? As
For
a
us,
Twin fan,
yeah.
right? However, as a fan of baseball, you don't get to see a no hitter a whole lot. And it went into the ninth inning? Eighth inning. That's
inning,
far
yeah.
into the game.
Yeah.
Where everybody's pretty much sitting there on the edge of their seat for a no hitter to happen and for history to be made, right?
Yeah, it's a perfect game for a pitcher, right?
And then yes it is. And
at that point, I don't think anyone had done that this year yet.
And so you would have witnessed that.
The first no hitter of the season. Complete game, full hitter.
But
which
that doesn't matter.
happened for an Angels pitcher, a young player.
Eric, how do you feel about that? Would you rather see a no hitter or your player ruin that for that pitcher?
Well, you're not supposed to allow a no-hitter as a batter, So it's really it's a philosophical question about
Well, it's
making a
philosophy in
game
baseball.
memorable versus playing it correctly, I suppose. I tend to lean towards playing the game correctly, but I also love crazy plays in football. So,
Well, no. I'm not asking if for a player to throw a game or to make sure like definitely have the players try their best. I'm asking as a fan, would you rather see a no hitter or your team ruin the no hitter?
God, I guess if it's my team stopping the no-hitter, I want to see that because they haven't done anything the whole game. So you want the one thing. Like, at least they didn't play a no-hitter. It's kind of like watching hockey and just not wanting a shutout, you know?
Yeah, totally. I for myself, I would definitely be like, I'm rooting for my team. I don't want the no hitter to be hit against my team. It's my team. It's the Twins, and that goes in their record books.
Oh, dude, you want to know what else goes in the record books?
What's that?
You remember this pitcher we talked about last week?
Joan
Duran, with the heaters.
The 104. This
100
guy
well,
throws
he was-
104 miles per hour.
Almost. No, last week we were saying how he was throwing 102 and like broke his own speed record like 4 times in that game. Well, he just did it 2 more times. Pitching 103.1 and a 103.3 mile per hour fastballs against the Guardians. And I think what I saw, they said at that point there had been 13 pitches thrown over 102 miles per hour.
Wow.
Duran.
What a night.
Well, this is in the whole league. In the whole majors, so far there's been 13 pitches thrown over 102 miles per hour. Joan Duran is 12 of them.
Wow.
Damn near half. And on Saturday added 5 more. So that's 18. He's pitched 11 out of 18 of the
Is he a Saints player as well?
fastest players. Yeah, that's someone from our farm league. He is awesome.
Okay, so and then what's this rise of a two-way player? What's that?
Oh, dude, because all these famous
The rise
pitchers,
of the two-way player.
all these famous pitchers are doing all these cool stats. Everyone's like, I want to be a pitcher. Like that famous Twins player. You remember La Tortuga?
Yes, I remember La
Dude,
Tortuga.
he was robbed of the Cy Young that year. But anyway,
he pitched and he
pitched a 1-2-3 inning with a 46 mile per hour fastball.
and he also played catcher.
Yep, and lots of utility. But this is a big thing. So like that kind of inspired Shohei Ohtani to do it. And he's really good at it.
Okay.
But now I think the Twins just saw Flash G, Nick Gordon, recently pitch at the end. That was at the end of one of our Astros blowouts. He pitched an inning at the end.
Okay.
He did decent. Like his dad was a pitcher, and I think he had done some pitching before. But the latest in this news is Albert Pujols.
The guy that hits home runs.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The very old guy who'd been playing first base for the Angels forever. He's back with the Cardinals, where he made lots of his big career stats.
He just pitched a game.
He just pitched an inning. Yeah.
How did
his
he do?
His first pitching appearance. It was like 6 hits, 3 runs. I don't know. It wasn't that great. I think they put him in. The Cardinals were. He gave up.
Was it another blowout game?
He gave up like 3 runs or something, and the Cardinals still won like 13-7.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I'm gonna say no.
But you did it, dude. Oh, dude, do you know how many?
I think it's still a very special thing with like Ohtani.
But do you know how many players in baseball history? Now I got the trivia for you. You know how many players in baseball history have hit over 500 home runs and pitched? Well, one of them now.
One
is
Shotani.
no, he hasn't hit 500 home runs.
Oh, Albert Pujols.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the other is Babe Ruth.
Oh, Babe Ruth. Okay. So everybody's trying to be like Babe Ruth, is what
Yeah.
that's the question.
Albert Pujols is literally
They've kind of been
Babe
trying
Ruth
to do
now.
that for years.
No, dude, Albert Pujols is literally Babe Ruth now.
Okay. So we gotta keep moving on because
Oh, that's a lot of baseball. Dude.
so-
A lot
Baseball's
of baseball.
exciting.
we also only have an hour of.
Yeah,
And we have a lot of other topics. Because we still have to go talk about Buxton
I mean, we can. He's kind of
load management.
he's doing like a
Is he
load
doing
management thing.
Is he listening to C-Dubs and taking some time off?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. He's not on the injured list, but he's been getting like rest days, kind of being day to day, still playing about like 68% of the games. But having a wins above replacement and lots of stats on par with day-to-day players, which is kind of cool. But it's interesting. It has people kind of controversial about like when they miss a game or they go to a game and they don't get to see him. They're like, oh, I want ticket refunds. Remember when we talked about that?
Oh yeah. That's it's a little disappointing. It is disappointing because you want to see those home runs. You want to see Buxton win the games for us. And
So I mean, it makes people question Baldelli's calls of playing him or not, and I don't know. It's interesting though, but I think he's still he's getting it.
well, he does also have a lot of time on his contract to stay healthy.
Yeah,
And if there are teams that we don't need to use Buxton, then why use them?
yeah.
If we know that a team's coming in that we're gonna just kick their ass, then
Well, and I think I saw a quote from Buxton, and I don't know the quote, but I can paraphrase something to the effect of, he feels like he's listening to his body more, and maybe hasn't been doing that in his career as much. So I think he's kind of. It seems like he's taking it as an opportunity to, I don't know, just go with it and find a routine with it, and kind of hope it works in the end for more sustainability.
well, yeah. I mean, as long as it pays off,
Yeah,
then it's great. If not, then people are gonna say that he's lazy.
yeah. But he's awesome.
Mariners. Do you have some Mariners news for us there, BREB?
We pretty much covered what I had with the.
Okay.
They're traveling to Toronto, and two of their main pitchers, Ray and the other guy.
Well,
Second
then-
rider.
He's
Second rider
not
is also
Randy
out.
Johnson.
Well, then
Randy Bobandy.
we can go on to
What is slashing?
Slashing is like that,
since you already talked about your Mariners. How's the do you have any Kraken news? What's going on with Kraken, buddy? I don't think we've had you on and talked to you about going to the games because I believe
The Kraken wasn't a thing before, was it?
well when we had BREB on last. I think they were a thing, and that you were getting tickets. Is that the last we've heard about you?
The
And
last time I
Kraken?
was on, we would have been putting money towards the season ticket draft to see if Seattle wanted a team.
Whoa.
And we sure did. So they got the numbers,
So-
we picked our seats, and then we got the team name and stuff.
So hold on.
Wow. They didn't even have a team the last time you talked to him.
Since the last time BREB was on FuzzJockRadio, the Kraken have become a thing.
Yeah.
The Kraken are now a
Breaking
thing,
news: Seattle has a hockey team
Yeah.
once again.
once again.
For the first time.
You had for the first time again.
Oh no, we had the Senators back in the day, or the
Dude, no
oh,
one
gosh,
likes
I am-
senators. No one likes senators. That's a bad name.
Well, that's awesome. That's really awesome. So you
Sorry,
guys,
the Metropolitans is who we had before.
you
That's
guys
cool,
took a
right.
vote, like a democracy, and decided that you wanted a hockey team, and then, like a democracy, you purchase tickets, and then
We voted with our money.
And then,
Like a
with
democracy, the hockey
you've been
happens.
selling some of those tickets, and then also going to some games, I believe, right?
And going to games like a democracy.
You liking it?
Yep, I sold.
Is it worth it?
I think it was totally worth it to have a hockey team. Hockey is a sport that I think is a premier spectator sport. I think it's my favorite spectator sport, and then football would be my second favorite.
Yeah.
To watch live. It's nice and loud. People can really get into the game.
Yeah.
People can visit
Very good
us
experience.
now. Yeah, and we're between some Canadian teams to the north and a California team to the south. So there are, little rivalries we can have locally, which are great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great
And so,
experience. And I totally recommend it.
Did they do all right? How did they do?
I would say they did all right for an expansion.
Well, no. How did they
draft
do?
team.
How did they do? Did they make the playoffs?
Did they win the Stanley Cup?
Did they win the Stanley Cup?
No.
Did they win?
No.
Did they get like a handle off of the Stanley Cup?
Who's in the playoffs? Who was in the playoffs? And Game 7 should be Aaron. Oh, wait a minute. Tonight would have been Game 7 of the Wild season playoffs. And since we were last on, unfortunately, the Wild have lost.
That's so sad, dude.
Yeah, it was, man, that Kirill Kaprizov really showed his skills and showed how, like, he is the best player in hockey. Did you guys watch? Have you? I'm making that claim right now. I don't think anybody else has ever said it.
Hey, I say it every day.
Kaprizov is the best.
Yeah.
Hockey player ever.
Along with a lot of Minnesota players and sports teams. Our Twins, our Wolves, our Wild.
At the end of this episode, there's an outro that highlights Kirill's hat trick game that he had in the playoffs. It's the first hat trick in Wild history.
That's awesome.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
It's such a great
We got
team.
our first hat trick the first game that I went to. We played the Buffalo Sabres.
Oh,
and,
man, look how good you guys are. You guys, like, in 5 years, the Kraken's going to be winning all the Stanley Cups all the time.
Yeah,
We'll
they'll be
see.
the only
They
ones.
were
there's like 5 or 6 of the Stanley Cups. They'll win all of them.
It'll come after.
They'll get
They'll
at
be
least
the only
one.
ones that can take down the Wild dynasty that will start next year.
I think they'll compete at the very least. It's going to be fun to watch.
What is that?
That
We just
says
got a guy
inaugural,
who might
but
be
Inaugural,
the
okay.
next
I forgot how
Kaprizov.
to spell it.
The next Kaprizov?
Kaprizov.
Yeah, we got this guy,
Krill
Beniers.
Hunter.
He is incredible.
Oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I was just saying that he's a rookie that we just got. He started playing for us about 3/4 of the way through the year and scored every game he played or had an assist. Really fun to watch on the ice. Someone to look forward to next time Seattle plays the Wild, for sure.
For sure.
FuzzJockRadio. Basketball, gimme the ball,
Because I'm going to dunk it.
Basketball, gimme the
Ball, because I'm going to dunk it.
Basketball, gimme the ball, because I'm gonna
Dunk it. Basketball time.
FuzzJockRadio.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, the Lynx have not won a game since the beginning of the season.
It's rough.
Really tough.
They're in a
That's
building.
really tough.
They're in a building phase. Building team phase. You know, that's what we say when our teams are going through their growing pains, right?
There's the building.
Yeah, building phase, right?
Well,
rebuilding phase.
What might be going on, is that it's a rebuilding phase. We have a player that is going to have a baby here in like 9 months.
Yeah.
We got a couple brand new players, right?
Yeah, we welcomed Mariah Jefferson.
And then also somebody else, and Aerial Powers, AP. she's up and coming, and she's gonna be is gonna start being really, really good.
It's gonna be fine.
It's going to be fine.
It's gonna be exciting.
And you know what might be happening since we're in a rebuilding phase?
Yeah.
They're not going to like do what all the men's teams have been doing and going to the playoffs and then shit in the bed. They're just like, no, we're not going to. We're just in rebuilding phase. We probably won't be making the playoffs. If we do,
They'll win.
Great. But like if we don't, then we're in rebuilding phase. Like like at the beginning of the season, we've had like 5 losses. Like it's gonna be okay. It's going to be okay. We got some new players, and some veterans that are going to lead us as well. So
there's a WNBA team in your neighborhood, Eric. BREB.
That is true, and they are usually also towards the top, but they have only won one game so far, which is, I think the Storm and the Lynx are both going to be top of the conference by the end of the season. They're just incredible teams.
They've
doing
been
some
incredible
player
teams
shifts
for
right
years.
now, but
Exactly.
really good coaching staff, really good good fan bases too. I think that does help a lot.
Yeah, that's talking about us.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
we're
it's us.
Yeah, we're the fan base.
We help.
We know that we're great and probably the best fan bases that have ever based. If you think about it.
Since
Base
we're
fan
in
base.
Pretty true.
since we're in WNBA news right now, it has come out just recently. So this was the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
She was
One
over
of
there.
our players was in
Brittany Greer
China for the Olympics.
was out in China for the Olympics, and she was detained for having a THC card. Not officially, but like what do you call that? When
Like a vape cart?
no, what do you call it when somebody's not when they're
Allegedly.
accused? She
Allegedly.
allegedly had a THC vape card on her, and Russia. Why does Russia have her if that happened in China?
They probably gave her.
Oh, I didn't
It's
even
weird,
read.
dude. There's global politics probably, but
I think she was actually playing basketball.
Well, she was playing
in Russia.
She was
because
playing in
people
Russia.
do.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You play in Europe to make some money.
Oh man, I should have read the full article here.
we know what's going on in the world.
But
We talk about the issues.
but we haven't heard of her since she's been detained, and 3 months later, they want to exchange her for somebody called the Merchant of Death, and yeah, they're holding her hostage basically, and trying to get somebody else in exchange for her, and I hope she's okay.
Boo, Russia. Not cool, Russia. Boo.
Don't
Boo, Russia.
Don't rely on me on like the full news on things, obviously, because I did not read the article. But you can Google it, audience.
We all
But
want
there's definitely more news on that whole aspect.
we all want Brittany to be safe and come home safe.
Yes, absolutely.
I thought so, certainly with her.
Yeah.
So Timberwolves are in the news again.
For what we talked about last week.
What we talked about last
yeah,
week.
basically they picked up our clips.
C-Dubs last week mentioned, hey, there's a way that we can get LeBron James. And that way was by trading D'Angelo Russell and possibly a couple of young players, not Ant or Towns, over to L.A. and promised to get LeBron James's son in the draft, and then LeBron would come over to the Timberwolves and play with Ant and Carl.
And guess what?
Is it gonna happen?
And guess what?
Basically,
A couple
kind of
days
in the works.
A couple days later, somebody asked Beverly,
Bev.
who would you like to play with? You know, if you ever had the choice to play with somebody, who would you like to play with? And he said, LeBron James.
Easy.
And then he's like, easy, LeBron James. And then everybody's like, holy shit, there's a way that LeBron can come over to the Timberwolves. And we're sitting there like, C-Dub's just mentioned this.
They're basically saying that it's in the works. They're not saying it outright, but we all see the hints.
It's been mentioned.
Is that why he's not here today? Because he has prophetic powers and he's making money other ways now.
You could ask him, but he is
quote unquote
dodging
load
all
management
the questions today.
Yeah, dodging all the questions.
Because he's a Dodger.
And then
he knows
with Alex Rodriguez being the brand new owner, he needs eyes on his team and people in the stands. And what would be the best way to get people in the stands?
Listen to our show.
So
you know how to
get LeBron James on the team. So that's in the news,
dude. Yeah. LeBron.
Also,
did you hear that LeBron might be in a video game?
I heard that earlier from you, and then I asked what video game is he gonna be in. You said I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you look it up?
This is allegedly he might
video game?
be in a video game.
Like, is it gonna be like a crazy Kojima game?
Oh, I got it.
Like Death Stranding 2?
Yeah, whatever. He's in lots of basketball video games,
Conan
right?
O'Brien was in that game? No.
What?
Yeah, Death Stranding. Yeah.
That's why I'm like, why not? Why not LeBron?
Yeah.
Kojima might love LeBron too.
I bet I know the game.
No, dude,
It's called NBA Live.
No, there is a almost. Yeah, he's in that, I bet. Mm-hmm. But there's another one that he might be in.
A fighting game?
Mm-hmm.
What fighting? Smash Brothers.
There's a platform fighter, Smash Bros. Like, coming out soon, free to play, showcasing all-star characters of the WB multiverse. Right? You remember this was a thing when the new Space Jam movie came out? When the new Space Jam movie came out, yeah, and they're like, we have a multiverse now.
Yeah.
All these characters live in this world.
Yeah.
And they're making a Smash-like fighting game featuring lots of characters: Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, Adventure Time, Superman, Batman,
LeBron James.
Maybe.
Rick and Morty.
There's been some.
Rick and Morty is part of that too.
Are they confirmed in that? I don't know if they're confirmed.
No,
they're in the Space Jam.
If they're part of the universe, and you're saying that anybody in the universe is going to be part of this video game like LeBron James, then Rick and Morty is part of it too.
Well, I'm saying about I'm talking about characters that are officially announced in the game, and there has been some speculation based on some data mines and leaks of information.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's confirmed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was just throwing that out there. Well, that's fun. That's really cool.
Yeah, LeBron James might be in this
that'd be really interesting.
Smash-like game, and they'll be tight.
What else? The Timberwolves. Well, that's not. Well, yeah. Let's jump back into Timberwolves. Jordan McLaughlin, J-Mac.
Yeah, he just received his master's degree in communications.
Masters, not just bachelors, but masters.
Nope, he finished grad school.
Eric, BREB.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that a master's is a degree that you get after your bachelor's degree?
Oh, yeah.
I knew that.
Did
you know that on this day in 1985, Michael Jordan was named the rookie MVP?
I did not know that. That sounds like a good fuzzy memory trivia question.
Uh-oh.
Did you know that it's 11-11 right now?
Dude.
Oh.
Now it's not. Okay.
Yeah, congrats to Jordan McLaughlin.
Greek, is that what that says?
Grad, okay. Grad. Congrats.
Communications degree in master's degree, which is big. It's not a doctorate yet. Do you think he's going to go for his doctorate? Did you read the article?
No, he posted.
I didn't read the article either.
No, Kat posted some cool pics of him in his gown.
Yeah, he did. I was on Twitter.
Yeah, I was on Twitter.
B-ball buckets.
B-ball buckets. What
was that?
That means what we're talking about, dude. We're just talking about the b-ball buckets.
That's not a no. Okay.
Nah, dude, we talk about the b-ball buckets.
See, now this is why earlier in the episode I'm like, man, we got to get going because everything's written down, and then we're not even going to talk about it.
Dude, we talk about it all.
Okay. So are we on NFL already?
Yeah, dude. This show's over. Show's over? Yeah, we're done.
Are you ready for some football?
Are you ready for the soccer?
Are you ready for some football?
That's too loud. Are you ready for football? The Viking schedule came out.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna play the teams.
Schedules.
Eric,
Yes.
how's the Viking schedule looking? James?
I thought it looked pretty good.
It's absolutely barbaric.
Oh yeah. Is it
Yeah,
an easy schedule?
it's
Like as the
Northman's.
beginning of the schedule, like the thing that a lot of people talk about during when brand new schedules come out is how easy or hard the beginning of the schedule is, and then how hard or easy the end of the schedule is. You know, right?
Okay.
That's how they
People
talk about
people
schedules.
Talk,
They're like
beginning of the game and end game.
well,
of
we
the
got
season.
some home games here,
Okay. Yeah,
and we got some away games over there.
They'll be there and there.
And these teams are coming to
Here.
our stadium, and then we're going to those teams'
Oh.
stadiums sometimes in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's one or the other,
You
It's
know?
all sorts of
They're
mixes
gonna be
and
in a lot of
matches.
stadiums.
so I'm looking at the schedule and being like, wow,
These happen on dates.
these are the things that we can talk about, and
Dude.
it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. How
10 a.m. 10 a.m. is the time these are at.
I think we have a London game at some point.
Nice.
I think I heard that.
Mask up, guys.
So we'll talk more about the schedules in the future, but the schedules came out.
Yeah, go look at the schedules.
Yeah, go look at them.
Go look at those
get 'em.
games.
Dolphins, how the Dolphins looking? Oh,
Are you ready for a Dolphins
shoot.
update that no one asked for? Play the sting. That's right. It's a quick update that no one asked for. Let's see. The biggest news lately is that the Dolphins signed Sony Michel at running back. So now the Finns running backs are Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert, Sony Michel, and Miles Gaskin, their original running back from last year. So interesting to watch there. As far as Mostert, I believe, is still healing from knee surgery, so we'll see who makes it through preseason on top. But got some good running backs there. That is exciting to see.
You're excited.
And that is the Minnesota Dolphins.
The Minnesota
that's a big step up.
Dolphins, not the
That's
greatest of our team.
the Miami Dolphins update that nobody asked for.
nice.
I might ask for it next time. Then what you gonna,
Okay,
then what you
so
say?
that brings us to
Let's ruin your whole thing. Just by asking stuff.
no. God,
Yeah,
I gotta get rid of that. I gotta get rid of
Hey,
that.
that's a really good sports song.
Soccer. Do we got soccer news? Anybody?
No.
No, that's C-Dubs' thing.
Yep.
Shoot.
He would say
Well-
LAFC is probably awesome. I don't know. They're the best.
They are.
C-Dubs didn't mention last time that the Sounders won the CCL. That was back on May 4th, cementing the Sounders in
Star Wars
sports
history.
for anybody who likes soccer.
Yeah. I opened wide for that. Sure did. What do you want to do now?
Well, I'm looking through the notes, and it looks like we pretty much brought everything up.
Dude, we talked about
Except for
so
a
many
couple different things, but like we can bring that up next week.
things. Yeah.
So next week, make sure to tune in because we have some more topics that we're going to talk about next week. Well, do we want to talk about it? Like you've been I want to jump back to
Let's
baseball.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And you've brought up that there's that stat tracker for umps,
Yeah.
right? And you've been following their Twitter and kind of watching some of that go on.
Yeah.
Right?
It's been fun.
How are the umps been doing on an average? And
sometimes I'll see them pop up on my feed. One of these last few times I went specifically and just scrolled through a bunch of different umps scores on ump scorecard at Twitter.
Eric, do you know about this?
I've been following along a little bit.
Yeah.
So there's this person that tracks umps stats, like if they're getting actual calls right or
Yeah.
wrong.
And how many of their calls
Right.
are correct accuracy. One of the things I like is they give you an estimated ump zone based on where they're kind of missing the calls so that you can see then a consistency with what they're showing as a zone. And a lot of times
That's going to be a great stat for like pitchers to know.
Yeah, yeah.
That's wow. I never even thought of that. That would be a something that pitchers could definitely use to their advantage, knowing which umps where they call strikes and where they call balls, and having that available. I was thinking.
I see a lot more consistency, I guess, and accuracy than maybe I would expect.
I was gonna say that another group of people that would be really happy to have those type of stats
are the hitters.
Would be the hitters.
Yeah.
And then also sports betting people, right?
Oh,
because this would be a good thing to bet on sports.
Fantasy umpires. I want fantasy umpire league already.
Dude, fantasy umpire league.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And then,
Let's do it.
Minnesota actually, Minnesota sports betting had passed the House 70-57 this last week. It is a long road ahead with the opposition in the Senate, but an important milestone on the road to legalization of gambling in Minnesota sports.
I'm against it.
So,
I'm not for it.
What, sports betting?
Yeah.
Or
gambling?
Gambling.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think gambling can be a horrible life-crushing disease.
Yeah, it's addictive.
Yeah.
And it's.
But
I
mean,
don't think it. I don't.
People that can enjoy.
I don't think that it should be in sports either.
There's people that can enjoy harmful things with restraint.
So this, well, you know what? This brings me to
the issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the issues.
Let's get it out. Lay it on me, man. What do you got?
Yeah, I know what that means.
Know what that sound means, or what this jingle is. It's time for the
Fuzz Question of the Week.
So, with the Fuzz Question of the Week is when I ask the Hess a question, and they say why they think their answer is. They speak an answer, and then they don't explain why they want that answer.
We speak some things, and we do not speak other things.
They answer a question that I propose, and then they don't explain why. Does that make sense?
And if the question answers his proposal, he gets married to the question.
So with sports gambling becoming closer a thing to being in legalization, and now that there are people with an accounts of how good or bad umpires are at their job, do we need robot umps? Eric.
I mean, the fix is already in, so the real question is, do we need robot umps? I
think about it.
Time.
James.
Think about it. No.
And that was
Fuzz Question of the Week.
That was awesome. And then that brings us to
Oh, wait. How does this song go again? Oh, yeah. Memory. Trivia. Beloved regular.
I have to do that. I'm compelled to do that every time I hear like an echoing thing. I have to keep the echo going. It's like if that echo stops, what will happen?
It used to be longer.
What will happen?
I was gonna it was gonna go for a while, but then I was like, no, don't be that
we
ridiculous.
all just echoes of a universe observing itself? If you think about it. Dude, you know what?
Are you ready for some trivia?
I'll talk about this after our trivias. But yeah, no, this is perfect. Put it right there on that scrreen. Oh, yeah. Right in front of me. With those answers, right? Okay.
Don't look at it, man.
Ooh, answers. He gets answers. The fix is in.
Okay.
I said the fix is in.
Oh, I can
You know what
I
needs
can move
robot
my
umps?
I can move my microphone.
Okay.
Fuzzy
Look at that.
memory trivia.
Okay, he can't see the answers. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I moved it. Okay, so this is fuzzy memory trivia time. Do we need to push that button again?
Yeah, the score is 11 to 10 for 7. Or, I don't know.
Wait,
12.
how does the song go again?
How does the song go again?
Oh yeah.
So this is a fuzzy memory trivia. This is when I ask questions for, and then the other
give
has
answers.
answer the questions
For
and
points.
for points.
We love points. Gotta get
Push
points.
that button. Okay,
More
so
points.
the do you remember what the score was, Jim? It was 7 to 7,
No, it was like 9 to 8.
9 to 8.
10 to 10 to 10 to
You could have
8,
said 7 to
11
7. I would
9.
have gone with it. So 7 to 7.
I think it's like 11
And this is just yell the answer. Well, don't yell too loud because we don't want to hurt the audience's
Yeah.
ears. But yell the answer. Don't worry about chiming in or letting somebody else have a turn. Don't be polite. I mean, be polite because being polite is the thing to do in real life, and we are kind of in real life when we're in a podcast, but we're not really in real life. And not like in a simulation either, because we're in a podcast. Can you imagine
If you think about
if you lived in a podcast forever, what that would be like and just be in an audio sense? It's just weird. Which country was the first to host 2 World Cups?
Brazil.
Incorrect. Mexico. Which?
Oh, I was gonna guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. Which 7 to 7? Which New York Ranger
Okay, now I know the rules.
drew a 10-game suspension from the NHL for attacking an official in 2014?
The Lone Ranger.
Incorrect. Daniel Sarceo. South Africa beat what team to win the African Cup of Nations in 1996?
Egypt.
Tunisia. At the 2018 NBA All-Star Game, who was the head coach of Team LeBron?
Chip.
Incorrect. Dwayne Casey.
Oh, yeah.
Julius
Okay.
Erving announced his retirement from the NBA in which year?
2012.
1986. What did
Oh.
Shaquille O'Neal promise Miami basketball fans when he came to the Heat?
Insurance.
A
Incorrect.
win.
A championship.
That's what I meant.
Insurance.
A win. A win the whole thing.
Which
A win
N-
the whole thing. A
which-
Super Bowl.
Which UNLV star and Charlotte Hornet was the NBA's 1992 Rookie of the Year? Larry Johnson.
Yeah, that guy.
Who was the head coach of the Oakland Raiders for just one season in 2011?
Mike Ditka.
Hugh
Ew.
Jackson. Drafted by Minnesota in 2009, Ricky Rubio made his NBA debut in which year?
98.
2011. What team drafted Brad Tkachuk in the 2018 NHL entry draft?
The Blues.
Ottawa Senators. Blake Griffin dunked over what object to win the NBA Slam Dunk Contest in 2011?
A horse.
The hood of a car. Which
Oh.
team drafted Jordan Hill 8th overall in 2009?
The Suns.
New York Knicks. In 2001, Bubba Franks made the NFL Pro Bowl for which team?
The AFL.
Steelers.
Green Bay Packers. Hubby
Yeah.
Brown won the NBA Coach of the Year for which team in the 1977-78 season?
76ers.
Atlanta.
Lakers.
How many swimmers are in a medley relay team?
4.
Correct.
8.
4. So 8 to 7.
Oh, I thought I got it.
What is Dwayne Wade's nickname?
The Rock.
Flash. How many National League sluggers had 40 or more home runs in 2015?
3.
10.
Correct. 3.
Yes.
Oh.
9 to 7. How many games are there in a National Lacrosse League regular season?
124.
169.
18 games. How many U.S. Open singles titles did John McEnroe win?
That'd be
4. Who won the
Oh.
AP Offensive Player of the Year award for the 2011 NFL season?
Bo Jackson.
Drew Brees, who's looking
Should've
at
been Bo
unretiring. Did you see that? That he might unretire? Who was the starting quarterback for the Redskins at the beginning of the 2011 season?
Colin Kaepernick.
Alex Smith.
Rex Grossman. What Red Sox player reached 40 home runs in the 2018 MLB season?
Miguel Cabrera.
JD Martinez. Which baseball team won its 3rd straight World Series title in 2000?
The Yankees?
Correct.
Thank you. Those are C-dubs points.
9-8. Which team chose David Carr first in the 2002 NFL draft?
Raiders?
Houston Texans.
Oh.
So 98.
Dude, you know who did something else like Bo Jackson?
And that was the last question of Fuzzy Member Trivia, and that was...
Oh,
I almost forgot.
Good?
I almost
Oh, yeah.
I almost forgot what was going on there for a second there. I was just like sitting there in front of the screen like, oh, that's the rest of the questions. And then I don't know what to do next. But I figured it out.
Did you see Max Kepler snap a bat over his leg as he ran to first base after a hit?
Yeah, he was really happy.
Dude, that looks so badass.
He did it because the bat broke when he hit the ball. And
Oh,
then
it did?
Yeah, and then he's...
Nah, it was
It was a good hit.
I think the bat was
saw it.
like in pure form, and it was his awesomeness that snapped through it. It was, dude. It was not
pretty
broken
dope.
before that. He did that awesomely, like Bo Jackson.
He broke it.
Everyone says Bo Jackson did that. People like Bo Jackson.
Well,
True.
Good
People
news,
like
everyone.
it is now time for the end of the show.
Day is
Good
another
news.
day.
I don't know if you want us to call it good news. If it's good news, you can stop listening to us by the end of when the episode's done, right?
They could have done that from the very start.
Yeah. So we're here. We're done. We got done with Fuzzy Memory Trivia. You have anything else to say, guys,
Yeah,
before we
I do.
wrap it up?
I do.
James has
I
something to
do.
say. What do you got to say, buddy?
Tomorrow morning, somewhere in our Congress or House of Representatives, they will begin the UAP hearings. UAP standing for unidentified aerial phenomena, which is what UFO and all that stuff. Public hearings on this are happening tomorrow morning. You can watch it.
I saw something on Twitter saying that we were going to be revealed to aliens very soon, and
Probably.
that's part of it. I
Maybe
bet.
some disclosure coming
I
up.
bet that's part of it.
If all goes according to plan.
So if they, oh man, we're at the end of the episode.
Yeah, this is gonna happen tomorrow morning.
So
and you
if
can watch it live.
what do you guys want to? Do you guys want to bet on what's going to happen? Like if, how are people going to react? Is it going to, if they show that there are aliens, are people going to unite as humanity, or is it going to break us apart even more?
They're going to say, beloved regular, Eric Blake, save us.
No.
And do you think it's going to be good aliens or bad aliens?
There's only good aliens.
You think
Only
so?
good aliens.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think there's a lot of people that have talked about the subject. That
They just found a door on
Sound-
Mars's landscape too. I saw.
I don't know.
I don't
if
know about
that's-
that. That's
I don't know.
fucking.
I don't know, but I mean the
What are you
crowd of
talking
people, the
about?
crowd
What
of
are you
people,
talking about?
the crowd of people that follow a lot of like
Yeah.
UFO Twitter and such.
This is not a UFO
this
podcast.
is totally a UFO conspiracy show. No.
Eric, BREB, Mr.
You ever do
Mr. Blind Ref.
Beloved regular.
You
Eric
got
Blake
anything
for the
else?
First time
You got
again.
anything else you want to bring to the table before we close up the episode tonight? How you doing?
I think
how
we
you
get
feeling?
a Storm Area 51 again, of course.
Yep, yep.
Hashtag MoveOn.
Hashtag
Hashtag
Naruto
UFO
run.
truth. The truth is out there.
Oh boy. I really wonder what.
Go Dolphins.
No, what are we gonna see? We're gonna see some crazy things maybe soon. I don't know.
Possibly. We gotta be tuned in. This is when C-Dubs would be like, "Yo, Fuzz, what do you got going on?"
Dude, I just had a message from C-Dubs.
Oh, really?
Where did he go?
He's on. Remember, he's on.
He's dodging all the questions today.
Well, remember he's
What do you have coming up this week, Fuzzy?
What are you doing, dog?
Yeah.
Remember he's load
Sorry,
management.
I missed my
He's load
line.
management. I with this new revelation of aliens coming to come to town, I got a lot of prepping to do.
He's unbelievable, right? He's unbelievable. He's physical. He's, be nice to have 20 of them, right?
Zuccarello, surveying, shot pass in on net. Kaprizov puts it in behind. Husso, score!
He wants to win.
The other way, Zuccarello, cutting to the net. Kaprizov, score!
For 20 of him, we'd be competing our butts off a little better.
With a wide open empty net, Kaprizov. He now has a hat trick.
Be nice to have 20 of them, right?